Breaking news right now. New documents just released from Watchdog Judicial Watch have revealed that the IRS used donor lists to target its audits. On the Daily Show last night, President Obama defended the IRS and actually blamed Republicans for the agency's targeting scandal, denying that there was ever a plot against the Tea Party. Fox Business' Gerri Willis joins us with more. Fresh off the presses, Gerri.
No kidding. Okay, so they had 900 pages of IRS documents that they got through this FOIA request. Okay, here is what we're finding. The IRS actually used donor lists from these 501c3 groups, these tax-exempt organizations, conservative organizations, to target them for audits.
Outrageous.
And so what they're trying to do here, just let me explain. They wanted them to pay gift tax on the contributions to these groups, okay? That was their idea. That's what they wanted to do. The other shocking thing, in my view, originally we thought this was all small regional Tea Party organizations that have, no. Chamber of Commerce, Karl Rove's Crossroads GPS also targeted. So big organizations were in the crosshairs. Here's the Karl Rove email that substantiates this claim. Here's the email about people who were directly audited, targeted by the IRS for what their political.
Let me ask you then again. So they get these lists. Now, do they deny them the tax, the ability to be tax exempt? And then if you've given money to them, someone would have to pay a gift tax? I mean, was it sort of setting up the donors here in some shape or manner?
So two things happened, right? First of all, the IRS was slowing down, denying, holding up these applications
deliberately
for 501c3. And apparently, according to these documents, and this is new tonight, this was coming out of Washington. This wasn't out of Cincinnati. This was out of Washington. And we have high-profile, high-ranking IRS officials, including attorneys who were involved in this, who were on these emails.
So we're starting to connect the dots. We're going from the Cincinnati perhaps doing something on behalf of the White House without necessarily being directed to actually now being able to say, hey, this emanated not just because they thought they were doing the will of the president, but because they were being ordered to do this.
But we don't know by whom. You can only connect the dots so far. Let me read you, though, something from Lorraine Gardner. This was in her email treasure trove, back and forth. We don't know if she penned this, but back and forth between her. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce is a 501c6 organization and may find itself under high scrutiny by the IRS. Think about this.
Wow.
And then the email says this: one can only hope. So if you're looking for bias, if you're looking for bias, it's in that email that you see it. But this is chapter and verse. I've got to tell you, they have locked this down in a way that I feel like, let's consider the opposite. What if this were a conservative administration targeting liberals? What would be the reaction?
It would be on the front page of the New York Times every single day. Everyone in America would know about this scandal because everyone would talk about it on every network, every radio show, every newspaper, every magazine. Tammy, the bottom line, though, is no one's been held accountable yet. And we keep looking for the ultimate smoking gun. Maybe we put it together in pieces.
Lerner retired.
Maybe we get it. Maybe we get it together. Maybe we'll build the case here. But I think it's pretty obvious. In a court of public opinion, I think most people know that the administration or someone very high in this administration ordered this to happen.
Well, there are clearly many levels, as this report now proves. We also know that there were emails that went from Lois Lerner into the White House, which are still being resisted from being released. We have that. We also know that part of what the impeachment hearing for Richard Nixon was his threat to use the IRS. Just the idea to use it. So this is something.
The notion of using the IRS as a weapon is despicable. It's already a fearsome, worrisome organization. Gerri, you have been doing amazing work on this.
Thank you.